All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down and as what you're going to see in this video, it's obvious that the sentiment of the American public has shifted greatly since the last election. Okay, you have many people that were not for our current president. Okay, you have certain people that were for him, and then you had people that might not care for him, but they voted for him because they perceived that his policies were better. But nonetheless, what you're going to see in this video is a sentiment expressed that many people in the country are now starting to feel, or they have felt, because their lives are not what they used to be. So we're going to play this video and then we'll get some more scripture, or we'll get some scripture.
This is the greatest description of Donald Trump you will ever hear or read. I'm going to read it, but I'm also going to post the words for you to see. If you love this as much as I did, please double tap the screen, and here we go. It was written, by the way, by Oliver Kornetsky. Behold, the festering carcass of American rot, shoved into an ill-fitting suit. The sleaze of a con man, the cowardice of a draft dodger, the gluttony of a parasite, the racism of a Klansman, the sexism of a back alley creep, the ignorance of a barstool drunk, and the greed of a hedge fund ghoul, all spray-painted orange and paraded like a prize hog at a country fair. Not a president, not even a man, just the diseased distillation of everything this country swears it isn't, but has always been. Arrogance dressed up as exceptionalism, stupidity passed off as common sense, cruelty sold as toughness, greed exalted as ambition, and corruption worshipped like gospel. It is the American shadow made flesh, a rotting pumpkin idol, proving that when a nation kneels before money, power, and spite, it doesn't just lose its soul, it shits out this bloated obscenity and calls it a leader.
All right, that is the sentiment of an extremely disgruntled person. And as I said before, as it pertained to Joe Biden, hey, President Trump, as the man said in his video, was like a shadow, a shadow that became flesh. I forgot how he said that.
Kneels.
Yeah, it is an American shadow made flesh. Right. Old Donald Trump is the physical manifestation of the mentality of the people in America and how America has always been. As the scripture tells us, was it so is the king, so is his officers. Some Proverbs, I believe, but don't quote me on that. Let me put it on pause and find it. Hold on. All right, I found it. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Okay, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of a city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Right. And as we read and heard in this video, what is Donald Trump described as?
Before money, power.
He's described as a festering carcass, a sleaze of a con man, a coward, a draft dodger, a gluttonous parasite. He's racist, he's sexist, he's ignorant, he's greedy, he's egotistical, he's cruel, and he's corrupt. And the reason why so many people in America vibe with Donald Trump so much is because they are the same way. What's the old school expression? Birds of a feather flock together. This is why this man has so much support from the American people, because the majority of the people in this country feel the exact same way as Donald Trump. Like I said, so is the king, so is his officers, so is the people. They all feel this way. And this is a great majority of Edomites. Because even though some of them are sighing and crying, in their spirit, they still feel the same way. They're just mad because these policies have affected them. But for a lot of people in America, this is the sentiment of the so-called commander-in-chief, the so-called number one leader of the free world. And for a person to have this type of sentiment, you know life has to be absolutely hellish for them, as spoken of when you go to Proverbs. Keep it real 101 today. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, these are the words of a man who you can tell is fed up and is completely exhausted in every aspect, completely exhausted by the way things are going on in America, especially if he's an older man and he has something to compare. See, children or people who have grown up in this, who are, should I say, have grown up in this day and age, you have nothing to compare it to because you're so young. But people who are my age, because I'm 45, so people my age and older who are living in this time, they have something to compare. Because they know that things were messed up, but it wasn't to this extreme. It might have been bad in a lot of cases, but in some cases it wasn't. You know, this guy, you can tell, has something to compare it to. And this is why I perceive that this man is mourning in such an extreme fashion. Because everything that he used to enjoy is going away. As spoken of, what's that? Isaiah 22, 29? 24, Isaiah 24. And it says 24:7. Actually, you know what? Isaiah 24:4. Yeah, because that'll be good enough. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The earth is mourning because we have horrible management. All right? We have horrible management. We have horrible management that is upheld and revered by horrible people, as spoken of in the book of, I believe it's Psalm. Say evil men. Yeah, Psalm 12:8. And it says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Okay? And we have an extremely vile man in office. An extremely vile man, as we read in that man's letter or memo, whatever it is. Okay, he labeled the president as somebody who's an extremely wicked man. And because this man is wicked and he rules with wicked intention, and he's being upheld and revered and regarded as a righteous man, the people are mourning. The people of the earth are mourning. It says, the world languisheth and fadeth away. Right, the lifestyle that people used to have and enjoy and love, it's all gone. It says, the haughty people of the earth do languish. Right, who's the most haughtiest person in the entire world? Bad Uncle Esau. You get on the internet, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, your page is flooded. My page is flooded with Edomites speaking out about how horrible the conditions are, not only in America, but over in the UK and Ireland, Australia, everywhere. You have Edomites that are outright crying, crashing out. They are in an extremely dark place right now, because things are just so bad. It says, the haughty people of the earth do languish. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Why? According to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Right, when you have a man that's made to be the wicked, he's going to do everything that's contrary to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And because he's doing everything that's contrary to what the Lord ordained, so that man can be loving, can be kind, so that the earth and man and creatures can all function together in harmony, unison, and order. All right, this devil is going to do the exact opposite. He's going to make sure he does the exact opposite of what the Lord ordained. And this is why the earth is in the state that it's in. This is why we have a leader that's in the position that he's in. So that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all ratified. Till the next time, we're going to say Shalom.